Now, what we do on our home improvement show is we look for people who have credibility, who could help you improve the value of your home or to save money owning a home. And recently, maybe 3 years, 4 years, 5 years ago, I did not believe in solar. I didn't think the value was there yet, the technology was there yet. But guess what? It's here now. We've invited Thomas Sbrega from Sbrega Electric to come and tell us why is now the time when 2, 3, 5, 10 years ago it wasn't.
Well, there's a lot of answers for that, but as of right now, the most current issue is PG&E filing for bankruptcy a second time in January, and this is causing people to panic a little bit.
Right.
The rates are going to go up. They're also talking about shutting off power in certain areas for fires, which has led to our battery backup sales going way up.
We have some pictures of that, people up by Oakhurst and where fires are, and they're happening every year now.
Yes.
And if the fire doesn't get you, the PG&E gets you because they shut you off.
Yeah, exactly.
And what can you do? Tell us about the battery backup.
The battery backup that's on the market right now for a lithium-ion high-quality battery by LG. And LG makes this battery that's compatible with SolarEdge. That's the one that we've been selling. So it's a good battery bank to get you through the night, to get you through an emergency if the power is shut off. It is powered by solar. So in the morning, your solar will charge up the battery. Right. And you can, if you did have a long blackout, you can still.
So the power shut off. PG&E has to cut the wires or whatever they do because there's a fire coming. You have a battery backup that keeps you going for a while.
Yeah. And it's a very intelligent system. It doesn't feed anything back to the grid or anything. It cuts it off completely so that it's safe for the PG&E workers.
Now, tell me, besides the people in the mountains, who should be getting solar now?
Well, a lot of people are you want to hedge the inflation from PG&E. So the inflation from PG&E is always pretty consistent. It's thought of as about 4% a year. But now that with all the wildfires, with the bankruptcy and all the legal fees, it's said that they are going to raise it a lot more than they usually do. Yeah,
they have no choice. PG&E has to go up to cover all those costs. So those who get solar, maybe it costs them 2% a year, where PG&E is 4, 5, 6, 7% a year. Yeah,
well, I mean, if you get solar, we do a lot of financing that's owned financing. Actually, that's all the financing that we offer. Yeah. So we have several different programs, but the tax credit is also expiring at the end of this year. It's going down to 26% for residents, and then it'll drop again to 22%, and then it'll be gone for residential, and it'll remain at commercial.
So if you get in before the end of this year, that's the best way to go.
Yeah, because you will pay 6% more for the same system next year.
Right. Because the federal subsidy goes away by 6%.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So that's another reason to get solar now. But basically, you're hedging your bet. So even if you're financing, what we do is we allow a customer to get at a positive cash flow, meaning their finance charge is actually less than their PG&E bill. So, and it's a finite amount of payments because it ends at the end of the term.
That kind of holds, but PG&E keeps going up. And
right,
up.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's why you should buy a home instead of renting, because it's going to go up. Now, is there a big, out-of-pocket right away? Somebody gets solar, they got to put down $20,000 or something?
No, all of our loans that we offer are zero down.
Zero down.
So. Yeah, so you don't even make your first payment until a month or two after it's installed. So it's actually installed in your house, and it's usually turned on within a week. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer for PG&E to give us approval, but as soon as they give us approval, it's turned on. So you'll be generating electricity before you even make your first payment.
So with this federal subsidy in place, this is the time to do it. Because we don't think they're going to bring that federal subsidy back up to where it is now ever.
Yeah, we really don't know.
Yeah. So what do they have to get the financing? They got to go to a bank and drive here and drive there?
We offer in-house financing.
You take care of everything.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's nowadays with DocuSign, it makes signing documents very easy. So a lot of it's done electronically. But obviously we have a consultation. We sit down and make sure you understand everything. And then it's all in-house. It's a very easy approval process. And we have some loans that are attached to your real estate. We have some loans that aren't attached to your real estate at all.
Regardless, the reason it's easy to get a solar loan is because you can't take the solar and hide it somewhere to avoid the loan, like a car or something. They want to repossess your car. They know where it is, so it's a pretty secure loan, so they're pretty easy to get.
Exactly,
And you come in and you're not increasing your house payment, but in the end, maybe you're decreasing because it's lower than PG&E costs.
Yeah, your living expense is going to be lower.
Right. Now, let's say somebody's watching this. They just want to ask some questions and figure it out if it's good for them. What's it cost to find out?
Oh, it's free.
It's free to find out.
Yeah.
Huh? So why not? Why not call? Especially that federal subsidy decreasing at the end of the year. So
yeah, we do completely free. One of our things we pride our company on is the design process. Because one thing I didn't talk about last time I was here, I worked for a couple years fixing problems for solar. And a lot of the problems to fix started with the design, where the design wasn't adequate. And the customer was upset because they thought solar was going to save them money, and they actually ended up paying more between the loan payment and their PG&E bill. So we take design very, very seriously. I'm the only one who goes out and does the site surveys. I measure everything. I design everything, because we're trying. And what's really exciting is now that we've been in business for long enough, we're having customers that have had their solar for over a year. So now we're getting really good success stories, how they don't have a bill, and that all starts with the design process in the very beginning.
Well, 3, 4, 5 years ago, it was going up so fast, and I don't think the technology was totally there. But now you guys have kind of perfected it. Not you guys. You probably always did a good job. And you get it on right, and you get it on economically and immediately, instead of having a bigger payment because you're making payments on it, you're having a lower payment right away then.
Positive cash flow right for the beginning.
Very good. Well, where should someone start if they're interested? Should go to your website?
You can call the number on the screen directly. You can go to the website. You can click on contact. You'll see our service area, which is basically approximately from the 180 up to the mountains, up into Oakhurst and North Fork and Coors Gold, but all of Fresno.
You do a lot of mountain stuff, huh? Makes a lot of sense.
It's about 50-50, I'd say. Yeah, most of our workers live in Fresno, Clovis, so we still do a lot of. But we really like the mountain areas and the. We even do a lot of off grid, which is completely off grid, not even attached.
No
to
PG&E at all.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, let's help the customers remember your name. Sbrega, that's a hard name.
Yeah, it's hard to pronounce.
Sbrega. Thomas
Right.
Sbrega's our friend here, and it's called Sbrega Electric.
Right.
But you go to SbregaElectric.com. That's a good place to start. You can see their different plans, how to contact them, how to set an appointment maybe. And why wouldn't somebody set an appointment now? There's no reason not to. Huh?
Yeah, it's a free design, free quote. So no obligation, and if you don't get solar through us, you always have an electrician to call.
Yeah, you guys do good electrical work too. Now, January, February, the federal subsidies can be diminished.
Right.
So ask now, find out now, and see what it costs now. If you can't afford to get into it now, or your credit's not there, you got some other issue, fine, then do it after January. But you might be surprised you get it done now.
Yeah, 6%
with no money out of your pocket. Only savings beginning on the first or second month.
Yeah.
Anything else you want our viewers to know?
Well, we have quite a few financing options too. Some of them that don't even depend on your credit. Yeah. So. Very
good. Oh, you could have not the perfect credit, but you get the house, and like I say, the solar's there. It's not like you can hide it from the.
Well, there's finally studies coming out showing that it does increase your real estate property value,
too,
you know,
right? Besides everything.
So in the past, it was so new they didn't really know how it was going to be, but now statistics, you can see that it actually does increase your value to your home.
So if you think your credit isn't good enough to buy a car or something, just ask Tom. I mean, it's free to ask, free to find out, and he'll tell you if it makes sense to get it or not. If you live in a shady house with big trees around, you can't get any sun. He's an honest guy, and he will tell you whether it makes sense or not.
And some of our finance programs too, you can add other stuff in. So like one of the pictures that we showed here today was a new roof, and that roof they financed into the solar, and they're actually saving enough money where it's paying for the roof too.
Roof and solar. Now, what about your swimming pool? Could you get that heated too? Through your solar?
If you have the space for it, you can produce as much electricity
enough panels
as you'd like. Yeah, so if you want whatever it is,
What if you had a solar not on a house? Right. I don't know if we could find that picture, but that was how does that work out?
Yeah, the ground mounts. So on my truck, I have a few things that I emphasize, and one of them.
This is a guy here with a couple acres or something.
They have about 40 acres, and they have a 22 kW system, which people shopping for solar might know that's a pretty big system.
Pretty big, yeah.
So this is a giant ground mount, but they're putting a big pool in and everything. So we wanted but this is in the mountains we have people with a lot of space. So in Fresno, Clovis, you are a little bit. Usually you're limited to your roof space, but if you have the property, you can do it on the ground, and that's one of the things we specialize in.
Well, here's my advice: call Thomas Sbrega. His phone number is Tell them your phone number.
559-760-0712.
Or go to SbregaElectric.com. Or if you can't write all that down, you're at work, you didn't get the information, call me. I'll give you Tom's direct cell phone number. If that's okay, we'll do that. All right, we'll be back with more Central Valley home improvement right after this.